Our first guest tonight is an Emmy award-winning actor you know from his work on Mad Men and movies such as The Town and Baby Driver. He stars alongside Tom Cruise in Top Gun Maverick, which opens in theaters May 27th. Let's take a look.
Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell.
Your reputation precedes you.
Thank you, sir.
Wasn't a compliment. I'm Admiral Bo Simpson. I'm the air boss, leaving to Admiral Bates.
Well, sir, must admit I wasn't expecting an invitation back.
They're called orders, Maverick. You two have something in common. Cyclone here was first in his class back in '88.
Actually, sir, I finished second. Just want to manage expectations.
Please welcome back to the show our good friend Jon Hamm. It's been forever. It's really been forever. I used to see you all the time, and then the last time you were here was for the finale of Mad Men in 2015, which is
7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Yeah, and nothing has happened since then.
Nothing has happened since then. But that's the thing.
The world is exactly the
We would have
same
brought
as
you
it
back,
was.
but the world is absolutely the same. So I will, before we talk about Top Gun Maverick, which I'm so excited about, Alexi and I, we rewatched Mad Men. I feel like that was one of those pandemic shows. Did you hear from a lot of people?
I got a lot of nice texts of like, hey, I finally got around to watching your show. It only took a global pandemic.
Yeah.
Like, nice, okay,
And they were
thanks.
like, also in 2021, we made it through the first year of the pandemic. We didn't do it.
Did not. We had to. Well, they had to get through Sopranos, and Breaking
exactly,
Bad, and then
yeah.
The Wire. But no, it was always a pleasant thing to get from somebody who says like, oh,
Yeah.
I really like
And
your
I will
work.
say, it holds up so well. Like, I mean, I think it's period things have this ability to hold
Yes.
up because it took place at a different time.
in a different world anyway. So but yeah, you know, I'm very proud of that show. I worked on it for the better part of a decade.
Yeah. And Alexi and I loved watching it together. It's such a beautiful show about marriage. It is so,
Yeah, really.
so everything it says is so wonderful.
Brings
yeah.
couples together.
So I feel we were talking backstage. We were of a similar age where the first Top Gun was a formative film, a seminal film. Yeah.
Seminal experience, not just a film.
Right. Going to see it in the theaters was a huge deal.
I've described it as like the definition of cool for 15-year-old me in the Midwest.
Yep.
And I'm sure for you in the Northeast as well. It was just like, well, that's what cool is.
Yep.
Sunglasses, volleyball, aircraft.
Yeah. Everything.
You know, those three things.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, wait, that was what was cool in the 80s?
Yeah. Sunglasses, volleyball.
Yeah, and 2 out of 3 of them still are. I'm not going to say which. You
Volley
guys
and ball.
and
I feel like there were a lot of volleyball movies in the 80s, though.
There were.
Right? Side Out?
Side Out.
Anybody?
Side Out was an
And that's
actual...
it.
Yeah, Side Out. And the other crazy thing about this movie is you filmed Top Gun Maverick in...
2018 and 2019.
So that's a long time ago.
A long time ago. And then it was meant to come out in 2020.
Yeah.
And then the world had different plans. And we had to sit on it for 2 years, basically, and no one could see it.
And sit on it because there was a real sense that it was going to be important to see this in theaters.
Yeah, big and loud. That was a Tom Cruise mandate, which we were very happy to support because it really does play as a theatrical, as I said, experience. Like you feel this movie like right in the chest. It's amazing.
We saw a little on the clip, you kind of get to be a thing that I don't think a lot of people in real life get to be, which is a little bit mean to Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I don't think anybody talks to him the way you talk to him in that clip.
No.
Yeah.
The fun thing is that it's scripted.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, he might get the upper hand in the end.
Yeah, he might. He
might.
Even, you know what? I think he even knew in that clip he might.
It seemed like he did. He was like, I read the rest of this scene, and I'm going to be okay.
This isn't my first Tom Cruise movie. I think I know how this ends. I've heard a lot of interviews, a lot of the cast. You do not play one of the pilots who flies, who all did flight training. Did you ever feel like you were missing out on an element
They had to do 4.5 months
Yeah.
of preparation and training for that. Some 60 hours of being in a cockpit. And being in a cockpit is not comfortable in the best case scenario.
Right.
it's really not comfortable when you're covered in your own vomit and going around and around and pulling all the G's and all the blood's leaving your head. So I was very happy to leave my shoes on the ground, and I got to go on active aircraft carrier, the USS Theodore Roosevelt, America's Big Stick. There's literally, it says it on there.
Yeah, that's great.
You can't make that up.
No, that's great.
And it was impressive. It was impressive. It was impressive to see the scope of all of that, but also just what the men and women in the U.S. Armed Services, especially the Navy, go through and sacrifice every day. It's like it was a real impressive thing to see firsthand.
Yeah, I think we all see it often in a wide shot, and it must have been really cool to be up close.
Yeah, and terrifying, by the way, because you realize you're on a boat that has 2 working nuclear reactors on it.
Yeah.
And so you're like, what does this button do? Like, no.
That button shouldn't be out.
It shouldn't be out.
It should be out in the room where they bring the
there should at least be like a weird cover that you have to flip over it.
There's also there is a volleyball scene.
Volleyball adjacent.
Volleyball adjacent.
Yes.
You were not, but shirts, a lot of shirts off.
A lot of shirts off. Not this guy.
Not this guy.
This is what.
Yeah. Very well done.
51 years on the planet teaches you.
They're like, we're gonna get you in the boardroom.
No, yeah, exactly. Tie, button it up.
Yeah.
You know, shiny shoes.
But that, I mean, talk about 4.5 months in a cockpit. I saw shots of those guys. That'd be like a 4.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The topless scene, topless. That sounds weird already. But the football, volleyball, the sports scene.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about sports, you guys.
Beach sports.
Beach sports, okay? Get your head out of the gutter.
Come on. I not only left my shirt on, I have loafers and socks on the beach.
There you
So
go.
I am full granddad in it.
We saw it a little bit there. As call signs go, I remember that was the thing when we walked out of Top Gun when it came out.
Maverick, Goose, Slider, Jester.
Jester, yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And,
everyone had a cool one.
And you got a good one.
I got a good
Cyclone.
one. Cyclone.
Cyclone is great.
Cyclone is good. It's an emoji.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
There's no Maverick emoji.
There's no Maverick, yeah. By the way, I get a sense if Tom Cruise hears that, there just might be.
It's gonna be a Maverick tomorrow.
And also, like, it's just gonna be him.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, I thought a lot personally about like if I
I bet I could come up with a couple good ones.
You can come up
right out of the gate. Frisbee.
Frisbee is a call sign?
Yeah, Frisbee.
I don't know. Frisbee's okay. I think Frisbee shows like there's something fun about Frisbee.
It's a beach sport.
Yeah, it's a beach sport. It's a beach sport. They say it's weird. They say keep your T-shirt on.
Doink.
Doink.
Doink would be a good one for you.
I don't know if Doink. I feel less like I would feel bad making my colleagues have to say, "Cover me, Doink."
Cover me, Doink. Although if you ever went down, my doink fell off.
Yeah,
would be
my doink fell down. Doink is down.
Doink, we got doink down.
Anything else? What else?
Well, you know what?
I'm gonna pick one.
All right, you go.
I will pick one. You got some?
I got a bunch.
Okay, great.
I told your writers to come up with a bunch of.
Why? They
Oh, there's a list.
Okay, great.
Cyclone's friend.
Okay. I don't hate it.
BJ Novak.
Not a call sign. You can't say BJ now. Yeah, okay.
Sea Captain.
Okay, sea
That's a
captain.
good
I don't
one.
mind. I mean, it's a little counterintuitive when you're in the sky.
True. And then stewardess.
Stewardess? I'm going with Frisbee.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
very
you
much.
guys, that's John Hamm. Top Gun Maverick is in theaters Friday. We'll be right back with Julio Torres.